This movie is a lot of fun, starring J.K. Simmons. Obviously, I think he's most famous for J. John Jameson, and he is currently playing Omni Man in Invincible. He was a villain in Kung Fu Panda. He was in Gravity Falls as Grunkle Stan. And he was also briefly Commissioner Gordon, which just, they really wasted him. Um, but this movie, he really shows how much of a good actor he can be. It's a lot of fun. Me and my friend watched it. It's hilarious. It's scary. Every time he's on screen, you don't know what this fucker's gonna do. He's just that good. The opening scene of the movie, he's at a gas station, and this guy can't get his dog to shut up. So he just goes over there and kills him. He doesn't kill the dog. And then he kills a couple that are outside, but he spares one lady and just leaves. One of them asks why he's doing that, and he basically responds like a why not or something, which is just wow. And then we get to meet this family. It's a bit confusing at first how they're all related, because they say they have like two daughters, but that there's like another lady there. So I was a bit confused on that for a little bit. I don't remember what she ended up being, but they did end up explaining it. I don't know why I was so obsessed with how they were related, but that bothered me. Um, so there's this daughter that's dealt with a traumatic event. Her biological dad killed himself by hanging himself, and she ends up going to the store with her stepdad, and J.K. Simmons' character runs into her. They're arguing in the car about something. I forget what it was, and he knocks on the windows like, "Oh, is everything okay?" And she's a typical teenager. She's a bit rude, so she flips him off, and that's how he gets set off. So he kills the dad, and he talks to him when he's dead. It's probably the funniest scene in the movie. He ends up jerking off in the car next to the dead guy and like moves his head away so he's not looking at him. uh, I but I do bring up this scene for a reason, and that is because he does so much stuff in the car, but he ends up catching up with her way too fast, in my opinion. So he like slowly kills him. The car crashed. She ran away. He's sitting in the car, and he's threatening him while he's already injured, and he ends up killing him. He slowly gets into the car, eats the dude's sandwich, drinks the dude's drink, litters, talks to himself for a while, has to figure out how to unlock his phone, and wipes the blood off his finger and unlocks it with the fingerprint and goes through his phone and stuff. Ends up jerking off and stuff. He's doing so much shit, but he catches up with her so fast. Um, I just don't get it. For the longest time, I'm like, how does he keep finding her? And that's because apparently he's tracking her with the dad's phone. So she ends up turning it off. He thinks the mom had told her to turn it off, but she actually figured it out herself, which makes her smarter than most horror movie characters. He ends up killing this family that she goes to for help, and I think his name was Gary. I really liked Gary, this teenage guy that she runs into. And, I didn't see his body, so I was like, yeah, he's definitely not dead. That's like usual horror movie logic, not always the case. But he ends up surviving, and we run into him later. When he kills the family, he ends up propping up the one lady, like he propping up his legs on the one lady like she's a footstool. It's just, he is something else in this role. I love this movie. J.K. Simmons really makes it. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Um, he ends up tricking them and getting them all together at their house, and he's gonna kill them, but things don't go his way because we gotta have a happy ending. Um, Apparently, he became like this all because someone pointed out in class that he really wasn't taking any dares. Like, he had talked about how you got to take risk in life, and he was a teacher. So, like, a student criticized him for that. So, after that, he goes and kills his next door neighbor, takes their motorcycle, takes their glasses, takes their gun, and even kills the next door lady because she's annoying. Um, and that's basically why she kills him. Kills her. Like, she complains about the noise, and he's just like, well, guess I gotta kill you now. Um, so he has the final standoff with them, and he gets killed. Um, I didn't like his motivation. Because they end up giving us a motivation why this crazy guy did it, and he ends up doing it because the girl had looked like his dead wife that he had also murdered. Don't know why he murdered her, but he murdered her off screen some years ago. But this movie's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it.